well as the backlash with Shaq and Angel Reese. I got you, Ray. I'm finna get to you. Let me give everybody a shout out real quick over there on that's coming on YouTube, guys. Make sure for those that come in on YouTube in the broadcast, you share out the actual broadcast tonight. We're gonna be discussing Beyonce endorsing Kamala Harris and the heat that Shaquille O'Neal's been catching recently over his comments about Angel Reese. So we're gonna be discussing that, guys. But go ahead, Ray. You got it.
What's going on, y'all? Anytime the name Kamala Harris is brought up, I'm telling you, space to go left at any moment. So just today, man, I made a post. I think it was yesterday about how Kamala Harris was with Willie Brown and how she was all kissing on him and hugging on him, even though him and his wife were separated at the time. And I point out the fact that Willie Brown was still married during this photo. So since then, I probably gotten 10 or so, bad messages. I haven't had one brother accuse me of cooning. But you know how that goes. He's one of those brothers that's accusing me, but at the same time, he got a bunch of kids with a white woman. So you know how that goes. He doesn't see the hypocrisy in that, though. But I just wanted to bring that up. Anytime that name is brought up, especially this close to election time, people are going to be very emotionally charged. Even Aunt Lai jumped in on, because I'm friends with her on Facebook. She was like, "Who cares? Who cares?" So, if Aunt Lai comes in here, I would definitely want to have a respectful dialogue with that sister because I want to hear her point of view on that.
Real talk. Appreciate that, Ray. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dive in. I see originals at the bottom as well, too, guys. Make sure y'all go ahead and retweet this space out. Y'all make sure y'all retweet the space out. I'm gonna go ahead real quick and dive in, get this thing rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and touch up on the Kamala Harris. Just an article talking about what she was trying to accomplish at the actual rally she had. It says Kamala Harris and Beyonce say get information and vote for freedom. This is from Atlanta Voice. They say everything is big in Texas, and Kamala Harris' huge rally in Houston Friday night was no exception. With just over a week to go in the election, Harris came to the Lone Star State and accomplished 3 goals. Number 1, exposing the human cost of abortion bans. First, she exposed the danger of the Trump abortion bans that threaten the lives of women and recenter reproductive rights as an issue in the final days of the campaign. Andrea Cummings of San Antonio told the crowd of 30,000 people that when she discovered her pregnancy was not viable, she was given no options to protect her own health because of Texas' extreme laws. I was told I had to wait, she said. Watching the tearful Cummings tell her story of being diagnosed with the surviving of a partial lung collapse reminds us that abortion is not the same abstract academic issue for debate. These are real life people. Texas abortion bans unleashed by Donald Trump almost cost my life, she said. I'm here to advocate for the women who are unable to share their truth, for the many Black and brown women whose pain is often dismissed and disregarded. It takes courage for a Democratic presidential nominee to go to the belly of the white world of reproductive rights, but Kamala Harris was not afraid to bring it, even fighting off a few MAGA hecklers who infiltrated the crowd. Spotlighting down ballot power was the number 2 thing they say she accomplished. Second, she shined a light on the Texas Democratic Senate candidate, Colin Aldred, who was running to unseat Ted Cruz. Harris reminded voters that the Democrats need to vote down the ballot elections for Senate, House, governor, state legislature, and other offices to accomplish her policy objectives. When Texans vote for Colin Aldridge for the United States Senate, we will be closer to being able to put back in the protections of Roe versus Wade, Harris told reporters in Houston. See, the biggest thing that they're trying to channel is Roe versus Wade. Shout out to you, Ben Israel, as well, too. The link is up in the Ben Israel. The link is up in there. Is right above your comment. If you want to get to the Twitter link, is right above your comment. Aldred, a 4th-generation Texan, told a rally how he took off his jacket and tried to defend the Capitol during the January 6th insurrection. I went to public school in Texas. I'm not just going to sit there, he said. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Capitol, the Canadian-born Texas senator who led Trump's effort to overthrow the election was nowhere to be found. Ted Cruz was hiding in a supply closet, Aldred said. Number three, closing the deal with confidence in Beyonce and Kelly. So we had two members of Destiny Child. You had people saying, where was Michelle at? I don't know where Michelle was at, guys, but you had Kelly rolling there and you had Beyonce. And third, Harris demonstrated confidence heading to the final stretch of the election. The truth is that red states have millions of blue voters who need to be inspired, and some states like Texas are on the verge of turning purple if we just show up to vote. Which brings us to Destiny's Child. Houston, we are grabbing back the pen. Kelly Rowland told the rally, asking them to write a new chapter, a new song for the state and the country. It was a point Beyonce made in her remarks as well. I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother, Beyonce said. And as a mother, she reminded us that it is time to sing a new song. With the unexpected rally in Texas, Harris returned her campaign to where it began in July with a message of freedom that echoed in Beyonce's music. Republicans have hijacked the word freedom in recent years to mean freedom of business to avoid government economic regulations and freedom for the worst people to carry the worst guns, but the Harris campaign has created a new vision of freedom focused on community. Harris' vision of freedom is a freedom to control your own body, a freedom to love who you love, a freedom to read books you choose, a freedom from gun violence, and a freedom not just to get by, but to get ahead in a new opportunity. It's not the divisive freedom for some to be a-holes to others, which the MAGA Republicans yearn for, but an inclusive freedom for us, for all of us to live our dreams because we're safer, stronger, and more prosperous when our neighbors are too. There's one thing I know about Texas, Aldridge said, is that we believe in freedom, but that's not just a Texas value. It's the defining question of this election, and men have every reason to be concerned about the women in our lives because Donald Trump, today, young women have fewer rights than their mothers and grandmothers did, and if Trump gets back in office, many others will have their rights taken away as well. As Kamala Harris reminded us, whether you live in one of the 7 swing states or deep in the heart of Texas, your vote is your power. Don't give up your power. All right, I want to go ahead and hit the Angel Reese thing as well too. Let me go ahead and get to that as well real quick. We're going to be moving back and forth. Making her feel uncomfortable, Shaquille O'Neal under fire for creepy comments about Angel Reese shorts after claiming he sees her as a daughter. And this is very interesting. This thing has been trending back and forth. Everybody's got an opinion about it, so I definitely want to hear what people got to say tonight. Fans are growing weary, and this is from Atlanta Black Star. So fans are growing weary of former NBA star and notable bachelor Shaquille O'Neal publicly making fresh comments to women not only much younger than him, but young enough to be his daughter. Many gave Shaq a pass when he slid into the Home Depot girl's DM and complimented her beauty. They look at him sideways when he was lusting after the 24-year-old Bronx rap star Ice Spice, telling him to leave the young bucks alone. Now fans seem to be through with the Newark Casanova after his statements to his younger mentee, Angel Reese, who has a podcast on the Big Podcast Network. Shaq appeared on a recent episode of her Unapologetically Angel podcast and attempted to give the WNBA star advice on how to gain more followers and views on her successful upstart show. The episode started with him sitting across her saying, "Bro, a pretty girl dunking on a rim, I'm watching that all the time." Reese, dressed in a pink sweatsuit and glasses, laughs out loud before saying that a man is not turned on by no woman dunking. During the end of the episode, she asked Shaq to give her some advice, and he told her what he thought about her game, her and her WNBA sisters' looks, and how it could benefit them in the long run. First, he gave words of encouragement, comparing her to another dominant player in the NBA, saying, "You're the female Antoine Jameson," Shaq noted, recognizing her potential to rack up points with her own flair and encouraging her to get some signature moves. One signature move she could adopt, according to the father of 3 daughters, was in how she dressed. He began saying Reese should wear shorts she wore on the MTV show Wildin' Out. Fans and their paychecks would take notice. Imagine you on the same little shorts you had on at Wildin' Out dunking. You know how many T-shirts you're gonna sell? Shaq said. As she blushed, and squirmed from being uncomfortable, he went on and said, "Listen, you're not just beautiful, good looking, you are gorgeous." He went on to say there were a lot of gorgeous women in the league. Y'all are not just fine and hot. Some of y'all are gorgeous like you when you dress up and you look like you're really dressed up and you are a beautiful, phenomenal looking black woman, he said before adding that women in the WNBA should focus on what guys like to see and think. The Chicago Sky player says, "We don't care what guys like." He snapped back, "That's the problem." Fans immediately weighed in, criticizing what he said to her, saying it was inappropriate. Shaq is a nasty. You supposed to be her mentor, father figure, but you're a creep making these type of comments. I lost all respect for him when he jumped in that Home Depot girl's DM shooting his shot, one person wrote. When Spiritual World posted the clip, many had their thoughts. This is like one of those uncles at the family reunion who keeps bringing up how you shaped and saying, damn, you grown up. No, sir, the person wrote. Another said, that's weird. And I know it made her uncomfortable because she looked at him like an uncle. Men can never respect boundaries. Shaking my head. Someone asked, don't he have kids her age? As a fourth comment stated, damn, imagine being sexualized by someone who's probably like a hero to you. A fourth says, so y'all okay with him making her feel uncomfortable because of her outfit choice? Woo. Not everyone was upset with his remarks, saying there's a message behind his madness. His delivery was weird and creepy, but he's basically saying if you're going to dress like that, at least make some money from it, one person commented. I think y'all missed his angle. He's trying to tell her something like he said he loves her like a daughter, and that's his way of saying stop dressing like that if you don't want the kind of attention, the ex-user tweeted. Now, if that's the attention she wants, by all means, she should keep doing her. Another way that Shaq seemed to have made Reese uncomfortable was the repeated compliments on Caitlin Clark, the other WNBA rookie that has been dubbed her nemesis since the days playing collegiate basketball. He even went as far as comparing Clark to Stephen Curry. While the reviews are mixed on his comments, what is super clear is that he was giving her some tips on how to make money, how to keep making money, and how not to waste money. One of the tips he told her was not to move to Miami buy property. He seemed to listen like most while she seemed to listen like most 22-year-olds listening to someone in their middle age, she appeared to be ready to do what she wants. So shout out. I see we got a couple hands out. I see we got DJ up in here as well too. Shout out. Like I said before, share the space out, share the room out. Same from the people on YouTube. Share the broadcast out tonight, guys. I want to hear what you guys got to say. I know we got some comments in the comment section. Professor, you go first. DJ, anybody else that wants to speak, just raise your hand as well too, and we will get to you guys.
Well, I think DJ had his hand up first. I'll defer to him. He can go first.
Nah, you got it, bro. Go ahead. I'm chilling over here. Go ahead.
Oh, all right then. Well, look, on the whole Angel Reese thing, man, I'm just gonna keep it 100. Hey, maybe he is a father figure, mentor, whatever you want to call him to her. But Shaq is also a man, and they're not actually blood related. So let's just get that out of the way anyway. He's a man. He was speaking something that he see as a visual creature. That's what he see. That's what he was giving her some advice on. You know, because obviously she's dressed like this before. She goes out into the public dressed like that. So apparently that's why he went to that talking point on what she can do to kind of elevate herself. So because apparently if you notice, if you look at her in the public, she's always dressed in that kind of, that kind of fashion. You know, short dresses, short shorts. If you see her in pictures and videos, that's what you see. Okay? So he really didn't say anything inappropriate to her because that is what she puts out there. I'm sorry, but that's what she does. Okay? So that's my take on it. You know, everybody's talking about this whole thing about the whole father figure and it's creepy and all this crap. He's not related to her. There's no blood relation there. So therefore, as a man, he can say something about that because he's looking at it from a man's standpoint. Now, I know she looked up to him and she see him a certain kind of way, but a man is a man. You know, men have eyes, men have faults, men have whatever, you know, hell, you know, we see what we see. So, hell, if you're a man, excuse my French, you speak on what you see. So, and that's what I do. You know, so hey, Angel Reese, I'm sorry. You know, maybe you shouldn't dress like that. That's all I can say to you. Now, in relation to Kamala, I just about don't have enough of speaking on Kamala, and really I don't care about Beyonce neither. But my thing with Kamala, this woman is doing all she can to win over black folks. She's bringing out all the different celebrities. She's talking about collard greens in a bathtub. She's talking about rappers and rap music that she said she listened to. I think she said she was listening to Tupac in the 80s. Okay, she talks about all this different stuff. Then she talks about smoking weed. See, this is all this cosplaying ignorant stuff that she's trying to sell to the Black American family to win our votes. But at the end of the day, she's not really talking to us about things that she really could do to help our people. She's just doing things to try to keep us interested in looking at her and potentially give votes to her that we don't need to give to her. Because she's not really talking directly to us about what she can do as she sits down with the Hispanic population and she really has a conversation with them about what she can do for them. That's not the thing she's doing with us. She's putting these ignorant celebrities and doing all this crazy, underhanded fuckery type stuff.
Language for us is language.
I'm sorry, man. This Lizzo video that recently came up where Lizzo is twerking in a chair. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is the type of stuff they do to us. So I just have gotten really tired of hearing about Kamala, and I'm getting tired of people throwing things at us about why we should be voting for her. I'm not going to vote for her. She's not going to get my vote. I don't care how you call me stupid. I don't care if you Sonny Hostin calling me crazy. I cannot give my vote to you, Kamala. I don't care if you put the prettiest women up there on them stages at your rallies. I don't care about Beyonce. I don't care about these entertainers. I don't care about any of that because you're not talking with me in a conversation about what you can really do to protect us from police brutality, what you can do to bring us up economically, what you can do to help our people in the education system, what you can do to help us in the healthcare system, what you can do to help us in banking and finance, what you can do to help us to grow our businesses. If you're not talking to us about those type of things, and let's don't forget reparations, of course, and the anti-hate crime bill that we need. If you're not going to talk with us about all these issues that I just named, then Kamala, you cannot have my vote. I would not give my vote to you because you're not talking about tangibles that my people need. I can't hand my vote over to you. And once again, back to Angel Reese, sister, if you don't like the attention that men give you, then you got to put your standards up higher in the way you present yourself. Because if you're going to go out there with these short dresses and short shorts on, you're presenting a certain thing to people. And I'm sorry, I know women hate when men say stuff like that. Y'all judge us on the way we dress. Man, I'm just telling you how it is. I mean, hey, you don't have to like what I'm saying, but I'm just giving you the reality. If you're a woman that gets out there and dressed that way, it's going to be looked upon in a certain way.
Oh, it's like.
There it is. And I'm going to land right there, family. And by the way, shout out to all y'all in the space tonight, all the family that's up in here. Let's have some good talking points here tonight. I hope everybody comes up so they can just, talk about these different issues. I'm going to land right there.
Real talk. QT, I see you putting the thumb down, so I don't know what the thumb down was. So maybe it was maybe he was giving a thumb down for I think Beyonce and Kelly Rowland too. It was some of my girl Kelly Rowland little outfit. Beyonce come out in a little skirt and whatnot, and Kelly come in there dressed like what was his name? Gotcho Marks or whatever the dude name. Like,
They want a woman to be the man.
what the hell?
Like,
Yeah, like come on now, Kelly Rowland a little bit too fine to be wearing that. Now, I mean, at least come out there like your girl Beyonce, but
Looking like a little boy,
nonetheless, I know we got some Kelly Rowland and Destiny Child fans up in the space, so I'm not insulting you guys. I'm just saying, Kelly's a nice looking lady. That's just all I'm saying. But let me go ahead and get it to Ray. Ray, go ahead, and Ray, I want to hear what you got to say about both of these topics as well too. So go ahead, Ray, you got it.
I'm gonna try to keep it as fair and balanced as possible, but it's all about imaging, because if you really look, if anyone remembers when I think it was Quavo, when he actually came to speak at that rally, he had on like a sheer looking shirt. And when Beyonce was walked by Kelly, here she come on in the suit. The Democrats are all about imaging, so you're very right for bringing that up, because that's a very valid critique. Beyonce, let me say this about real quick, and I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, or whatever. If a celebrity saying something influences you to vote for them, you don't need to be voting. I really feel like that. If you're that small-minded, that literally someone that is rich, that is not going to have to deal with the problems that come from voting for that person, because they're pushing, and obviously they ain't got to deal with it. Because I'm pretty sure Beyonce got a whole bunch of money, which I can't verify, but I'm pretty sure, she's not out here doing things for free. So she more likely got a bag out of doing this, that 4-minute speech she did. And from what I was told and from what I've seen on social media, it was actually branded as she was going to give a concert. You can actually find clips where before the rally even started, they were playing Beyonce's music from the inside to the outside, making it seem like she was in there doing like a rehearsal for the show later. And then there's also other videos showing that once Beyonce said her 4-minute speech, people were leaving. So, it depends on what you want to believe. I'm just telling y'all, the clips are out there if you want to go see them. As far as Shaq and Angel Reese, I'm going to play devil's advocate on both sides, because Shaq, if you are talking to any woman and you see this woman is starting to get uncomfortable, you need to stop at that point. Because I have daughters. I wouldn't want somebody, doing that to my kids. I got 2 daughters. And let me also play this side. Angel Reese, she markets herself as being like a sex symbol. Like, when I see Angel Reese, I don't really even hear her talking about basketball that much. So, I mean, you can't put yourself out there, in lingerie. Like, I've seen, it's different clips of her with lingerie on. She's doing like these sexy photo shoots and stuff like that. She's coming a while, and now she's got on booty shorts and all this other stuff. And like Professor says, to a certain degree, as men we're going to look, they're going to ask those questions. And lastly about Kamala. So we got, about 7-8 days until the actual election takes place, man. This is going to go 2 ways for black people. If they win, it's going to be girl power. We don't need those men. If they lose, it's going to be them pointing the finger at black men. See what you done now we can't get abortions. And for the life of me, the people, because like I just told y'all, if y'all heard me earlier in the space, I actually got into it with a guy, like he unfriended me and all this other shit, saying, all this craziness, because of my stance. I'm open with it. I voted for Donald Trump. I have no problem saying that. Not because I'm some MAGA guy, because I was voting against the Democrats, because here we are 9 days, 7 days, or however long the case is from the election, and we still don't have any type of black agenda. The agenda that was put out was for everybody. It wasn't even for us. And the only thing they seem to be offering is for us to be able to abort our children, which obviously that doesn't benefit us in the long run. So I just personally couldn't see myself going in there and selecting Kamala Harris. Would I, as a black man, love to see one of our sisters become president of the United States? I absolutely would. But the thing is that Kamala Harris isn't, I feel, one of our sisters. It's not about Kamala Harris being a woman, because that's another talking point to have. The real issue, like I said before, is of policies. It's not with her gender. us as black men, we want leadership that's going to deliver results that works for our best interests, regardless if the person is a man or a woman. What we don't want is someone who uses identity politics to distract from her poor track record and her policies that have hurt black communities. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to land there. I'm not going to hog the mic up.
All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that, Ray. Thank you for hitting on all of the topics as well too. So I definitely appreciate that. Who's trying to? I thought, okay, I got you up here, Professor. Because I see you had dropped down for a second. I sent you. Are you up here? Okay, you got the co-host invite. Real quick, for those that can support on Cash App, guys, $ Newstoter, $ Newstoter. Newstoter is the largest black-owned, Black American news media curation platform today in America. $Newstoter, $ Newstoter. I'm still looking for that elusive sign up. We still have not had anybody sign up to the actual platform for as little as $1.75. I am going to be drumming that until we can get people to sign up for as little as $1.75 a month. You can support Newstoter.com platform. Support your own Black American news media curation platform. The link is up in the Jumbotron, and also for those on Twitter, for those on YouTube, it's in the customer portal link to becoming a member is in the description. And it's on the actual screen as well, too. Let's see if we get at least 4 or 5 people to sign up tonight for as little as $1.75. Create an account. It takes less than a minute. And you can support Newstoter monthly for as little as $1.75. Support Black-owned, Black American-owned business. We need that support. Once again, for those that can't, we do have the Cash App as well, $ Newstoter. Let me go ahead and get to, I see we got Mark up here, and I'm going to get the DJ. I see Ray, Original Black Pressure. What's up? I see y'all up here as well, too. So shout out to everybody, and shout out to Pressure for his donation on Cash App, and same for Tamu as well, too. So shout out to both of them. Let me go ahead and get to Mark. And Mark, I want to see what you got to say. If you could touch on both topics as well, too. I know you're more of a political man, but I'd like to get your opinion on the situation with Angel Reese and Shaq as well, too. So how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I know nothing about Angel Reese and Shaq, so I can't comment on that.
Oh, damn, you ain't been hearing that? Okay. Well, we got to get one in. We'll get you to just do the political thing then.
Well, and with this thing concerning Kamala, first of all, she's not one of us. And second, she chose a white man. Why can't we choose a white president? And a lot of these black women, they've been choosing white men too. Whether it's in corporate America, in government, they've been rolling with these white men against us. So why not be roll against them for a white man? See, we've been letting them off too easy. So all of this, they're going to blame. Yes, you got a reason to blame us because we're going against your ass. We need to make them sleep in this. Make them lay in this.
Hey, before you go on, Mark, let me just tell everybody, because I know, everybody, y'all with the cursing, minimize it, but go ahead, Mark.
Did I cuss?
No, not yet. I know you're going to get it in there, but that's why I'm letting everybody know. But go ahead.
I want to say this, and it's time we pull the covers off, pull the sheets off on all of this stuff that's happening. These feminist black women, and those who are not feminists as well, some of them have been rolling with the system against us, and you got a reason to blame us this time because we're going against you. We're going against you for real. We're not going to allow you to align yourself with the party that's going to even destroy you. That's the worst part about it. That they don't see that their so-called rebellion against the black community, because they're not just rebelling against black men, they're rebelling against the black community. It's going to, in the end, harm them and their children and their grandchildren. So we're going to help them save themselves from themselves. If they don't see this mass immigration, this pedophilia agenda, if they don't see inflation, if these prices of gas and groceries didn't hurt them, or they didn't recognize they hurt them, what is there for us to talk to them about? If they want to be fools, let them be fools. And so when you lose the race, you're going to have a reason this time to say that we went against you. And we make no apologies for doing it. None at all. You've been going against us. And I'm talking to those who've been doing it. You know I'm telling the truth. And if you've been doing it, I'm talking about you. We're not gonna lay you down because you're a woman no more. Because clearly you're a woman, but you ain't on the black team. You've been part of it. Same goes for a lot of these secret society black folks, these gay black folks. You've been rolling with them white men against us, preferably the Jewish white men. And so it's time that we go against you all. And we're going to effectively do it. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it, Mark. Let me ask you real quick. What's your thoughts on Beyonce coming out there and then trying to use her star power to go ahead and help them win Texas, which is always generally a red state anyways?
Well, we could care less about a Zionist, 8-pack, Jewish-owned entertainment market. It's just an entertainment market. That's all it is. All of them are entertainment markets for these Zionists. All the agents, their music, the labels that they're under. See, we don't connect the dots. And I'll show you how it's connected to two people. Now, there's more, but these two. One was Barack Obama's chief of staff. His name was Rahm Emanuel. He was also Bill Clinton's senior advisor, and he was Joe Biden's chief of staff, I think, also, if I'm mistaken. His brother is the guy y'all saw go after Kanye West, Ari Emanuel. He's called the super agent in Hollywood. So from entertainment to politics, these Zionist, racist Jews have hijacked the Democrat Party, and they send their little monkeys out here to lull us to sleep. And we don't want to hear nothing that they have to say. We don't want to hear nothing from no entertainment monkey. Entertain us and go home. We don't need you telling us about our politics. We don't need you guiding us politically. And that goes for her. That goes for Magic Johnson. That goes for who's the rest of them that we do. All of them. We don't want to hear D.L. Hughley. We don't hear from Luke. We don't want to hear from those entertainment monkeys. Do a dance and then go home. We don't need you to guide us politically.
All right, appreciate that, Mark. Let me go ahead and get to DJ, and then I'm gonna get to you, Ray. DJ, go ahead, because Ray spoke earlier, but I want to go ahead and hear what you got to say about the two topics tonight.
Yeah, I ain't got much to say about it. I'll be real quick. Kamala, don't vote for her because she said specifically she's not going to do anything for black people. So you blew your chances right there. Jamaican girl, lot of mercy. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce, yeah, your husband is a snake. That's all I got to say about you. Don't come for the beehive because otherwise she gonna ruin you. That's that. You know what I'm saying? Shaq, we ain't playing.
Hey, you sound like you're in the Matrix. Hey, DJ, you in the Matrix. DJ, can you hear me? You in the Matrix.
DJ, you're in the Matrix.
Yeah, you're in the Matrix. Drop down and probably come back up, I guess. Yeah, he'll get it straightened out. But when he gets back up here, we'll get him back up here. Let me go ahead. Go ahead, Ray. We got you, and then I'm gonna get to the new hands up here.
Yeah, I'll be real quick. I forgot to mention earlier, and I was trying to get this in. I wanted to know if you saw where in, I think it's Washington State, there was a ballot box that caught fire, and that happened in Washington, and it's one more battleground. It's another battleground state. The whole balance is just catching fire. I mean, this only happens once every 4 years. I just wanted to hear if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that, Ray. So I must have missed that. But I think I heard somebody mention, but I didn't get a chance to I hadn't really found out nothing about it. So thanks for bringing it up. But I think I did hear somebody in passing mention something like that. But no, I didn't see it.
I'll put it in the purple pill so everyone can see it.
Okay, appreciate that, Ray. Let me go ahead and get to Twizzle. Twizzle, go ahead and unmute your mic. What's going on tonight?
What's up, Trotter? What's up with the room? How everybody doing?
What's up now?
Doing on a good manic Monday. I can't complain. Just want to say, hey, I voted today. I put my stamp down for, you know what I mean, the ticket. And hey, I hope everybody did the same. And I just wanted to comment on the room. I'm in and I'm out. What I saw Beyonce coming out with Kelly Rowland, what I saw was role reversal to me. You know, why Beyonce came out dressed like a lady, but Kelly Rowland came dressed out in a three-piece suit like a man. You know, and that's the pure definition of the Democratic Party right now and where they're at. They're so confused and discombobulated to where when they present themselves, they don't know what they want to display. Like the definition of the rainbow flag. It's so many colors, you don't know what you're going to get one day. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on Shaq and Angela Reese because I haven't heard anything about it. But I am so curious, and if somebody can please inform me, please tell me how did the club Shay Shay go down with Kamala Harris today? And I land my plane there, y'all. Peace to everybody. Hey, Mark Carter, shout out to you, man. Peace, everybody.
Peace. I didn't watch that. And matter of fact, Ray mentioned that earlier in a post today that if he wanted to talk about the club Shay Shay, but I didn't catch it. I didn't see it. I know she was supposed to be on there. So if anybody that did get a chance to listen to that interview today, and if you guys want to speak on it in the space as well, too, feel free, because I would love to hear what went down as well too. I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I didn't see it, but yeah.
What I heard Shannon Sharp bust her out.
Oh, really?
Shannon Sharp bust her out talking about you were the first Indian. No, you were the first Indian something. Now you're the first Asian and something black vice president. I heard he bust her out unintentionally, personally, like proverbial dry snitching. But I heard it wasn't good after that. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody know, could y'all please come up? Because somebody just brought it to my attention within 30 minutes. So that's why I'm curious about it. Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Hold on real quick. I'm not sure who's talking, but let me go ahead and get to the hands first. Okay, EJ, that's you. Let me go ahead because we got Chicago and we got Original with their hands up. And I promise I'll get to you as well, too. I just don't want to go ahead and skip the line. But, yeah, we all want to hear that. So, EJ, if you got some news, don't go anywhere because I want to hear about this Club Shay Shay thing, how it went down as well, too. So, shout out to Twizzle. Shout out for Ray for bringing it up as well, too. Chicago, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, you know my name Ray, too. So, when you say Ray, I'm like, who, me? But no, that's him. Shout out to the Rays and the host and everybody in the room. Hey.
Shout out to you.
Y'all, thank y'all. I'm actually here because someone shared my post in the room, QD on duty, so thank you for attracting me to this space. A couple of things. I want to start first with my city because y'all know I'm always talking about my city. That's why I'm here. The mayor of Chicago just announced that there's going to be a massive property tax increase to fill his budget for next year. A large portion of his budget is being allocated to the illegals, which means that the city of Chicago is ready to tax us into poverty in order to feed the illegals, which is completely absurd. And why we are doing Chicago Red, because we definitely need our president to get back in office so we can support these people and our property taxes don't go up. Like, this is literally dollars and cents to the people of Chicago at this very moment. So all the people on the fence just know that the people of Chicago, the homeowners of Chicago, Black Chicago, Irish Chicago, Polish Chicago, Mexican Chicago, Puerto Rican Chicago, everybody in Chicago needs you to please vote for Donald Trump so that we can save our properties. As far as Shaq and Angel Reese are concerned, Shaq is a heterosexual grown-ass man, and I don't think that he was inappropriate at all with her. I too am tired of seeing Angel Reese's ass cheeks. Every time I look up, she got her booty out. And I'm like, why you always got your booty out? But that is the current culture right now because this weekend was Hampton's homecoming. I didn't go, but I was watching a lot of the responses from that. Hampton and being Savannah State people posted this as well. They said all homecoming, all the girls had their booties out. People see more booty cleavage than they ever thought that they would see in their lives. So I don't know how we middle-aged women are going to talk to the young women, but everybody got to put their booties up. Okay, we sick of seeing ass cheeks. I don't know when it became appropriate to show your ass like this, but
say booty. But go ahead.
What you say? Booty. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Show your booty like this. But it is inappropriate. It is very, very, very inappropriate. And girls are going to school like this. I have a child that attends a large Chicago public high school. She's in 8th grade, and I'm seeing booties every morning as well. Lastly, with Kamala and Beyonce, I don't understand what Kamala thought that she was going to achieve with that. Nobody is going to make any life decisions based on anything that Beyonce says. I believe that Jay-Z did not want to come out with her, so she gave Kelly Jay-Z's suit. Because I'm like, why is Kelly setting up there dressed like Suge Knight? None of this makes sense. But they're trying to push this idea of binary and flexible gender and fluid gender and all that kind of stuff. And nobody asked them for that. People just wanted to come and sit up there and see Beyonce sing Freedom and Maybe Dangerously in Love. Nobody has ever asked her political opinions because her opinion does not matter. She's not living the same reality as anybody in this room, or anybody in this space. So I think that the whole celebrity endorsement thing is actually kind of played out. It's playing itself out because the more celebrities that they bring on stage, the less people actually support Kamala Harris. I've always said that she's using my P-raised image to advance herself as being an AKA from the HBCU and a black woman. She is not a Negro woman, and she would have done better had she just been a Jamaican and stood on her Jamaican culture, told us about peas and rice and oxtail and all that stuff, but you want to tell us about your greens boiled in bacon grease, and nobody has time for that. She's insulted black people immensely. Yesterday she was in a black church and she had on her preacher voice yesterday, her Negro preacher voice. So it's getting worse and worse and worse. My main thing before, and I'll leave here, people like me and Mark and all the people in the city that's really making this happen, we need to start being careful because at this point we've won, y'all. Okay, we won. I don't want to slow down before the finish line like the tortoise in the hare, but just know that we're winning. And in us winning, a lot of powerful people are about to lose a whole lot of power. And when you take power away from people, that's when they become unhinged. So pray for us, pray for the movement, know that it's popping, know that it's working, and I appreciate everybody's support on this app, all the prayers, all the well wishes, because we saving America straight from the west side of Chicago. And I thank y'all. I'll land there. Happy Monday night.
All right. Thank you, Chicago Red. And to second what you said about the homecoming in Hampton, well, we about to have homecoming here in Tallahassee this weekend. And it's going to be cheeky down here as well, too. It's going to be cheeks out everywhere. Cheeks here at the mall, cheeks at the restaurant, cheeks at the store. So it's going to be cheeky everywhere. It's going to be these girls going to have their little shorts on and stuff like that. And like you said about Shaq,
homosexuality. I think it's a perpetuation of homosexuality, and that's why they showing all these butt cheeks because everybody got butt cheeks, and now the girls got theirs out to compete with the boys. I believe.
But well, I ain't talking about the boys. I know the girls gonna be having theirs out.
I'm saying, no, but the girls got to show booty too. Because they not just competing against other girls. They got to literally show their butts. They're not showing their breasts. They're showing their butts, and butts are universal. So every time I see that, I'm thinking that's another perpetuation of this gender fluidness and homosexuality. This is why the girls are wearing the lace wigs, looking like drag queens, getting the surgeries to look like drag queens, and now they're showing booties like prostitutes. All of this is hypersexuality in a homosexual lens, in my opinion. So thank you.
You're welcome. It's about to be hella stink up here this homecoming. I know that right there. So
hey, Lou, what mall they gonna be in so I can follow?
The Governor Square Mall, the Tallahassee Mall. They're gonna be everywhere pretty much around the city and whatnot. So they're gonna be out there and hey, let's be for real, ladies, and not to talk about the Shaq thing. Men are gonna look. I mean, they're just part of life. If it's a heterosexual man and a woman, he may not, you may not be staying all at and whatnot, but you're gonna take a peek. I'm just being real. You're gonna take a peek. You're gonna take a little look. So let me go ahead and get to original, and then I want to get to EJ because I want to hear what EJ got to say about this interview because people say that interview was something else. So I got to hear what EJ's got to say. But original, what's going on tonight? You sound kind of mumbled at original.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound better now. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you believe
that I had someone offer me money to vote for Kamala. Kamala. They said, how much money would it take? I said, $500,000. They said, well, you know I don't have that kind of money. I said, well, that's not my problem. I said, what did I tell you? And we've had a conversation numerous times. I said, look, the Democrats need our vote. But the issue is they hate us so vehemently, they feel that they don't have to do anything for us. And so my position is that, hey, they've had our vote for 60 years. They could have done something for us, but they chose not to. And so now it's like they're in a bind. They don't know what's going to happen. And so, no, you're not getting my vote without us getting something in return for that. Now, they've already voted for her. I said, fine, that is your vote. And they get extremely upset with me because when they will say something about Donald Trump, I said, well, you know, that's not any different than what the Democrats have done to us. So make this make sense to me. You want to talk about Donald Trump and say what Donald Trump will do, is doing, and whatever, but I never hear you talk about the Democrats. If Donald Trump is bad, the Democrats are just as bad as he is. Because see, they've been getting our vote for free, but they use our vote to represent all demographics except for us. So I don't want to hear this about, well, if Donald Trump get in, I said, well, you don't know what he's going to do. But then they go, well, you must be a Trump supporter. I said, it doesn't matter who I support. But I said, but the thing of it is, some tangibles must be available to us. But yet, a lot of these people, they are stuck on this Democratic plantation. They are running scared. I think they have the belief that Kamala is going to lose. And they can't take it if they cannot take it when you say, I said, and I told them, I said, you didn't hear me say that I was going to vote for Donald Trump. I said, when did you hear that? I said, I told you, I just kept telling them the same thing. He's no worse than she is. She's horrible. I mean, to sit up and to say in an interview that she would not do anything that would only benefit black folks. And then you have her cronies running around saying, oh, they want to just take a sound bite and say, she said, well, that's not a sound bite. She said this. She said this. And she can't, and see, the reason, I do believe Newstoter, she said that in an interview with the Grill. And I do believe that the reason they did not remove that from YouTube or whatever, and other platform that it's on, because they already knew. A lot of us had downloaded that thing, and if they had tried to get rid of it, it would have been put out there in some form. And so that's why it's still on YouTube. And I've sent it to several people, but no. And so what she also did, when you look at how she came out there with Beyonce. See, I do believe, Newstoter, the reason that Beyonce did not do any singing or whatever, because they caught flack when that degenerate Megan Thee Stallion out there shaking her butt here in Atlanta. And it's like, and black people are telling these folks, that's not what we're looking for. Is that how you see us? All you can do is bring a whore out here to shake her ass, and then we're supposed to go, ooh, God, boy, look at her. No, we want policies specifically for us, the way you doing for everybody else. And see, I think that might be the reason why Beyonce did not perform whenever that was. I didn't watch it, but I said I'm not wasting my time with this. But I think that could be, and that whole thing with the other young lady, she's dressing up like a man. That right there is part of androgyny, which is, you all know what androgyny is. And so why would you come out dressed like that? Women don't dress like that. But see, they want to put all this foolishness in black folks' face and then expect us to just go along with it. And what they'll feel, see, they know that our perspective have changed, but they don't want to deal with it. They think they can use these celebrities, and as Malcolm X said, entertainers can't be leaders because they'll sell you out. They'll sell you out. And when if you go back and find that video, when he made that statement, hell, he even called out Dick Gregory. And Dick Gregory did some stuff he did some horrible stuff to us. So I'm like, Now I don't know too much about the Shaq and the Angel Reese thing because I didn't see it. But yeah, I have seen her going around wearing these little booty shorts or whatever. And I think as a young lady with other young black lady with young black girls watching her, I think she needs to be more. She needs to be careful in how she present herself in public, because little girls are watching, and it's about the children coming behind her, not about her. But like Professor said, men are going to look. If you put yourself out there like that, men are going to look. So don't come and dress like a tramp, and then you're gonna get upset. People going to get upset when they say so and so said whatever. Hey, look at how you're presenting yourself. See, things have changed. When I was coming up, the mother, if a young lady went out there like that, see, that mother knew she's a representation of her. And the black mom would say, "I'll be damned if you're gonna go out here dressing like that, not representing me." But see, now it seems to be all of these people got this Hollywood thing in their head, and they want to present themselves in the most deplorable way that they can, or raunchy or whatever, and make them and think they're gonna get something out of it from Hollywood or whoever, But them black mamas back in my day, they didn't play that. They would tell them, "Girl, you get your butt home and you take them damn clothes off. You ain't going out there representing me like this." And see, some of these people have turned away from what our parents and grandparents taught us, and they just think they can come in here and do what they want to do. No, you can't, because you represent your family. And a lot of these folks, they have turned away from having the understanding that when you walk out them doors, it's not only you that's going to be affected by that, it's your whole family. So I just want to say that, and as far as that goes. But yeah, this whole thing with Scam, they know they're in trouble. And what I did, I took my
original real quick. Let me get to the other speakers, and then we'll come back around. But let me get to let me get to EJ, and then I want to get to Brooklyn as well too. But appreciate that original. EJ, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, EJ?
What's going on? Newstoter, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
I'm cool. What's up, DJ? What's up, original Professor, brother group of Quiz? Great. How y'all
What's
doing?
up, brother? How you doing, brother? Good to see you up in space tonight, man. Good to see you.
It's been a minute since I had the Newstoter, and I had to come on in tonight.
Now, EJ, did you get a chance to see did you see that video that interview with Kamala and on Club Shay Shay?
Yeah, just watched it maybe an hour. Yeah.
You got a headset on, EJ? You sound kind of far.
Okay, let me take it off.
Yeah, because you're kind of far away.
All right, can you hear me now?
Much better. Go ahead. You got it.
Okay, so yeah, I just watched it about an hour ago. If I had to say so myself, if y'all can hear the speakers in the background, I'm in the hospital room. I got that right now, so excuse that. But so basically, Shannon Sharp, as we just said, he was basically shilling, but he bust her out on the low, right? Like, it was an accidental bust. Like, there's a lot of conversation where it happened a few times. I'll tell them come head up. Give me a second, y'all.
Yeah, no problem. We trying to get him straight. Let me give a shout out real quick. I see Nightfall donated a couple times on Cash App, so shout out real quick to Nightfall, who holds it down over there in the YouTube world for us all the time. Nightfall, matter of fact, had a couple comments. I'm gonna read them real quick while we waiting on EJ. Nightfall, I guess he was addressing the situation with Angela Reese and Shaq. He says, you can't dress in a prostitute's uniform and not expect for customers to quote a price. He then came back and said, Kamala must have raised a whole heap of money because Obama's and Beyonce's don't do appearances for free. Also says, and to be perfectly honest, I believe that Barack wants to deep six Kamala's campaign just like Bush messed up McCain. So shout out to Nightfall over there with the comments that Nightfall is supplying as well too. EJ, you back? You ready?
Yes, sir. I am.
All right, you got it.
So really, basically on the low, he was basically trying to shield for it the whole time. Like literally, he's trying to, but he's not getting away with it like he wanted to because none of the stuff is landing. Like she's still talking around the points that literally, like he's asking about specific stuff, but he's trying to like kind of like the interview with what's his name, Roland Martin or whatever. Hey, hold on, give me a second, guys. I'll come back to y'all in a minute.
All right. I know the brother's up in the hospital, so we'll try to get back to you, EJ, when you get a chance. Brooklyn, what's going on with you tonight? How you doing? You there, Brooklyn? I know Brooklyn Israelites. Are you there? You may have
Oh, hey, my fault, brother. I didn't hear you calling.
What's going on with you tonight, fam?
Shalom to the space.
Salam to you.
I'm just out here chilling, looking at all this nonsense going on. And Shaq is a whole creep. That's a creepy ass nigga, but Angel Reese invited that. That's exactly what she been invited by the way that she been carrying herself. Huh?
No, you're just saying watch the language, but go ahead.
Oh, my bad, brother. Y'all live streaming somewhere else.
Yeah, but you got it. Go ahead.
Okay, I got you. No, but that's what she's been invited. She's inviting that type of attention, and that's the type of attention that she's going to get, and that's the fault of all you terrible parents out there, man. I'm tired of this going on in the black community, and everybody wants to blame everybody else, but we got terrible parenting, and it's because there's no masculinity out there. And as long as we keep on following, trying to keep it clean, following the nonsense, and voting for the Democrats, voting for the Republicans, either way, you're a terrible parent because you have no values to teach your children. I'm just gonna lay it out there like that. If anybody got a problem with it, I'm right here.
All right, appreciate that, Brooklyn. I know Angel had the other day I posted an article, and I think she was saying something that her rent is $8,000 a month, and that she doesn't make enough money from the WNBA to cover her actual rent. Now, when I see her quite a bit, I know she probably has brands and endorsements and everything else like that as well too. So a lot of people feel like, hey, one way of gaining more attention for her is to go ahead, maybe drop some provocative photos, and
she didn't have to do none of that.
She didn't have to do that, but I think. But yeah, I think that's what real quick, I'm gonna get back to you. I think that's what she's trying to build a brand. I guess she's trying to be almost a sex symbol to a certain degree or whatever. And she's doing that. She's dropping these photos and everything like that as well too. These pictures, they're on social media. So, that's what a lot of people are saying. Well, how you call Shaq a creep. A lot of people say, Shaq is a creep. Shaq, Shaq shouldn't have said that. Shaq shouldn't have did that. Then you got another group of people saying, you know what? Whether Shaq is a creep or not, you're posting these photos and stuff like that. You're gonna have men, whether it's older men, young men, middle-aged men, they're gonna respond. They're gonna say something when they see you wearing these outfits. So, that's where we're kind of at right now. Go ahead, Brooklyn. I know you wanted to add something into that. Go ahead.
No, you said it. That's what she's invited. There's plenty of creepy old dudes out there, but that's the type of attention that she's invited, and nobody's taught her that. Apparently, nobody raised her with any type of sense. So that now that she got this fame and attention and everybody wanted to piece her, she's going to give it to everybody. All right.
Appreciate that, brother. Let me go ahead and get to Black Pressure. Pressure, what's going on with you tonight?
Hey, what up, dude?
What's up?
Man, what's up, Black Jam? So check this out.
Well, Pressure, real quick. because you out there in Texas too. So tell me your feeling about Kamala and Beyonce, and you think that's gonna bring any votes in Texas?
This is why the streets know who they see and who they don't. Beyonce don't be in the hood. Beyonce lives, well, when she's in Texas, she lives in this very exclusive neighborhood, and she doesn't come in contact with the common 9 to 5 folks. So that's not gonna work. That's, I'm not voting for Donald Trump or Kamala. They both Keystone cops to me, but whatever. I don't vote anyway, so it doesn't matter. But but going on with Beyonce, is smart on the part of the Democrats. She's, an iconic entertainer. So I guess, they throwing what against the wall to see if it'll stick. But yeah, that's not gonna sway anybody, like to say the common 9 to 5 person, because Beyonce doesn't come in contact with those type of people. And I'm in that group, But going to Angel Reese, right? Now you can. I hear everybody in here, and let me. I want to make sure I don't speak incorrectly, and what I'm about to say is not irresponsible. Maybe what I heard is a lot of people online are really condemning Shaq for what he said, and maybe some people in here feel the same way, and that's fine. I'm not I don't have a throne in heaven, and I can't tell people how to think, but I will say this. You can call Shaq a creep all you want, and you can be as critical of Shaq all you want. There's nothing wrong with that. But if Shaq is a creep, right, what do you call a woman who since day one has sexualized herself, right? And put it like this. My mother, your mother, my 9-year-old niece, 10-year-old niece, my 15-year-old sister can go online, put Angel Reese in the search bar, and you can see her whole ass when you look her up. And I know I said that on purpose. You just charge me. I'll send you some extra money in the Cash App, right? So if Shaq is a creep, what do you call a woman like that? Is she Mother Teresa? You cannot be critical of Shaq, and like I think it was original, or if you call it a track, or a slut, all that stuff. I agree, but like I say, don't just be critical of Shaq because of whatever comments he made, and give a woman who has the apparel of a whore on, and you have no criticisms for her. It's like, oh, she's innocent and she's just manipulated by the men in Western culture, and she's as white as the driven stuff. No. If you're critical of Shaq, you have to be critical of a woman who shows her whole behind for the mass public to consume. And I have a lot more to say, but I'll mute it up and listen.
All right. Appreciate that, Black Pressure. Appreciate that. I'm gonna get to Moku, but before I get to Moku, I want to read a couple comments Nightfall got on YouTube. He says, actually, Angel has several modeling contracts as endorsement, but Angel is smart enough to know not to dress provocatively and not to expect thirst attention. And doesn't Angel have a boyfriend? If I were him, I'd be putting in my resume elsewhere, because if she's dressing like she has been, her disrespect to me is very high and the breakup is near. So that was Nightfall over on YouTube, dropping that. I'm going to get to Moku. I'm going to get to Rella. I'm going to get to that Negro. I got Professor as well, too. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and y'all tweak the space out. Like I say, we still trying to go ahead and get somebody to sign up to the platform. It's up in the Jumbotron on the far right-hand side. Takes less than a minute. We got a bunch of people in here that's already part of the Newstoter platform, but we need to go ahead and get some new members. It's been months since we had anybody sign up. I hadn't been pushing it hard, but I'm starting to push it back hard again. I need my people that roll with me to go ahead. You can support for as little as $1.75 reoccurring PayPal, guys. So we definitely need that support. And for those that can't do that, you can support us on Cash App, $Newstoter, $Newstoter. We got the Cash App and the PayPal up in the Jumbotron, but we're really looking for some members. We're really trying to get that membership number up. Same for the people over there on YouTube. The customer portal link is on the actual screen on the YouTube screen, and it's in the description. So we definitely need that support, guys. We're definitely looking for that support, trying to see if we can get somebody tonight to become a member on the platform for as little as $1.75. Support Black-owned business, support Black American-owned business. Let me go ahead and get to Moku. Moku, what's going on with you tonight?
What's going on, Newstoter?
What's up, Moku? You sound far away. You on the headset?
Yeah, you can let Rella go. We're not going to Rella.
Okay. Yikes. You sound like you got a bad cough there. Go ahead, Rella. How you doing tonight?
Hey, Newstoter. Hey, Professor and DJ. Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up now?
What's up?
So I'm gonna have a different opinion because I guess I don't know if anybody watched the interview with her and Shaq, and she actually was dressed in sweats, t-shirts, and I think a sweatshirt and some sweats on her own podcast. The crazy part is that you'll have men sit in front of porn stars and they won't be like, I would love to see you, in some, booty cut off shorts, jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks, saying, say my name. Like, this, it was just odd. Like, when you listen to the context of the conversation, that's what made him weird. And Shaq is a weirdo. You talking about somebody who dresses up as a woman for kicks and giggles. Him and Charles Broccoli do the same exact thing. That doesn't mean that you can't call him a weirdo. And then the second thing is, it's fairly odd when I hear men who probably have watched porn, you've probably searched IG, social media, even Twitter has provocative women on here showing everything under the sun. And I really believe that if a woman was covered all the way up and she had like sexual partners, she would still be considered a hoe and a tramp, and it would be all these other names under the sun, because it's a room full of men who want to have a moral complex about whether or not it's the man that you're calling the weirdo, because a woman, a young lady, who her mother does not dress and show off her body. So to someone saying that it's the parents' fault, her mom did not raise her that way. You cannot actually temper a who's going to do their own things, make their mistakes, and have all kind of stuff going on with them, but before they hit age 40, to say, oh, well, it was the parents. Y'all don't live with that lady in that family. She actually talked about her family dynamics. She talked about her family dynamics with her brothers and the type of family she came from. But does that mean that today's culture, especially that is heavily influenced by sexy, sex sells, men actually are the reason why sex is selling? Like, let's keep it all the way 100. It's not women that's buying her sexy. It's men buying her sexy. Because if she was in basketball shorts with her hair in a bun, you wouldn't sit there and be like, yeah, let me watch Angel Reese or any of the NBA female players, WNBA players, because they look like they just came from the gym or played a 4-quarter game. So let's keep it all the way 100. And it's the same for me as a woman. If I'm sitting there looking for a man that looks sexy and I'm looking at some eye candy, I'm not going to be like, oh, let me just see what kind of clothes he's wearing today and see if he a hoe or a tramp. Like, it really be these kind of like, I don't know, maybe I ain't getting none, type conversations, or like these kind of like, selective conversations when it comes to sex or when it comes to sexuality and stuff like that. It's just out of this world. And then people try to remix it with, I don't know, the conversation along the lines of politics. Like, it has no bearing whatsoever. Compartmentalizing is a real thing. Like, trying to mix all this stuff up doesn't make any sense. So if you're going to talk about politics, talk about politics. Because that podcast that she did with Shaq on her podcast had nothing to do with Kamala, or Kamala, however you want to say her name. And then the Beyonce thing, I think somebody said, whatever. Somebody said something about Beyonce. Now, Kelly Rowland did look a little, Beatles. What in the world? Jeez.
Put your hazards on. Put your hazards on.
You straight?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
So, all I'm saying is, I just think, like, we really get mixed up when it comes to our image as Black people. And I think people who are maybe practice different religions also try to remix in their religious practices to, actually judge or make comments about other people. That's never going to go away. You're going to feel the way you feel, but at the end of the day, I bet you still pull up that porn. You'll still pull up a woman dressing provocative, or watch a woman with some tight shorts or jeans on that has a nice body and still be looking, or whatever. Like, that's not going to change. So it's odd.
But you know we're real. None of those.
Hold on, Pressure. Hold on. Let her finish. Yeah, you got. I'm gonna let you, but let her finish. So let her finish her thought. Go ahead, Rella. Finish your point.
Yeah, I don't even care. That doesn't even matter though, because at the end of the day, unless you just going to go out here, because it's like either a woman is too sexy or she a slob, or a woman is, and we're talking about Black women. We're not talking about random women. Like Angel Reese is a Black young lady, so it's like, damn if she do, damn if she don't. Because I don't see nobody critiquing or saying anything about her when she's in gym shorts or playing basketball. And like I said, so no one's talking about her when she's dressed up like a boy playing basketball or in sweats. Because again, if you saw the interview and you heard the conversation, it had nothing to do with her in the outfit she wore. And the outfit he was referring to, it was a booty short romper, and she kind of was weirded out because that wasn't the conversation. It came out of the blue. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know why guys think women who dress sexy or who have a nice body can't be weirded out because you're making weird comments at the wrong time. Like, there's a such thing that's like read the room. If you talking to a young lady and she's a young Black lady, a young Black woman, why would you have that conversation out of context? And it's nowhere near the conversation. She's not even having a sexualized conversation with him. They're talking about something totally different. So to me, I'm going to call Shaq out because he do weirdo stuff. Yes, he does. And you have men who are like that. And they think that is cool because, well, like the dude said, he said, no, my Wi-Fi, I'm home, so my Wi-Fi is about to connect. He said, well, she's what do you say he is? She's a tramp or a whore or something like that. Like, you don't know her. You don't know who she's sleeping with or if she's sleeping with a bunch of, like, how do you make that damn assumption? Like, I hope y'all running around here not having sex with nobody except whoever you with, and make sure that you ain't had multiple women in your entire life, and you only been with a low body count number. Because that whole conversation just seems wild to me. It really does. It doesn't make any sense. It does not. Whatsoever, especially if you did not watch the interview.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Rella. I appreciate you. Moku, let me see if your speaker, your sound is right. You there, Moku? I'll come back.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. You low, but go ahead.
I'm on this road. I don't know. It seems like I always get in a bad area when I get to talking, but I was just commenting on the Beyonce and the Kamala thing. I think, as far as Beyonce goes, I don't know. I think y'all all know how I feel about Beyonce. I don't think she need to come near any mic until she get her
the breath situation straight. But that's not the topic. I don't think it was a good move for Kamala. She's pulling out the last tricks that anything that she can think of. When you're losing, you're losing, and so yeah, that's just for. I think it was a good move because she's definitely going to. I think she's gonna crash and burn. You know what I'm saying? I think she crashing out. And as far as like when she's even interviewing, I mean when she's even on these rallies, and as soon as the crowd starts booing her, just like Reese made a point to show how she just gets like frozen. I've never seen any candidate just when a bunch of people booing you, you just smiling like, okay, so I just think it's a great thing that everybody collectively is seeing through the BS. And I don't really know too much about the Shaq and Angel thing, but I will say this. I think there's a lot of excuses being made behavior on both sides, on men and women. And I think that comes from everyone trying to be, I say this, everybody trying to be like, well, not judgmental. Um, there's a such thing as being discerning and making logical judgments, logical choices. A lot of these females and males put themselves as positions, um, especially when you get into exposing your body parts and things of that nature. It just leaves you open for so many things in this day and time. And anybody that's, I mean, look, I got 4 daughters and I got 4 sons, and my daughters, well, all my daughters, well, 2 of my daughters are grown. I never had a situation where they went out of the house underdressed, titty coming out, or something like that. Never, ever, ever that type of situation. Um, and I say, females that do that, they only mimic what they see. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be like that for each and every case, but when you're young, you mimic the stuff you see, and what your parents expose you to. So I don't know the ins and outs about that, but any woman who exposes their whole buttocks area, whether you're in porn, whether you're it don't matter. I mean, it's degenerate. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't make no excuses for any of it. You know what I'm saying? And I got multiple wives, but none of my wives walking around with their hind parts out. So I don't know. I just land there.
All right. Thank you, Moku. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me go ahead and get to that Negro. That Negro, what's going on with you tonight?
Hey, brother Newstoter. Salute to you, brother DJ, and of course, Professor. As usual, y'all putting out this content. Great information tonight, y'all, and perspectives. I really enjoyed listening to everybody. Peace, power, and American Negro. Reparations to the room, specifically for the Black American Negro freedmen who built this country with slave labor per the land's promise in Special Field Orders 15, January 16th, 1865. Kamala and Beyonce rally. Shaq and Angel Reese backlash. So I'm going to talk on the Beyonce. We got to call it all the way out. It wasn't just her. Beyonce, Spike Lee, Eminem, like you said, Kelly Rowland, all of these people, cancel them all. I think Beyonce would be the coolest. I'm gonna say it again. I'm hoping the Ethernet Ethernet picks it up somehow, Beyonce would be the perfect person to take down by boycotting and, of course, using our collective power in a civil way. But I think we need to topple someone of that magnitude, show that the power exists within ourselves, show ourselves that the power exists within us. So if anybody wants to get a good boycott, that'd be a good one, in my opinion.
That Negro, real quick before you start, I'm gonna say this right here, and I didn't mean to cut you off, brother, but I don't know if toppling Beyonce is even possible, like just in terms of like politically trying to knock her out the box. I don't even know if that. I don't know. I don't think you get enough black people to even get aboard on nothing like that. But go ahead and finish. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all good. Yeah, well, you got one with me, and one's got to start something. Like I said, the conversation and all the names are up in the jumbotron. The reparations petition is up there. Please sign it if you haven't. And if you are good at boycotts, let's get her. I know we can. I don't think anyone's big enough to topple our people when we work together collectively. I don't think anything is too big for us to handle. We just got to do it collectively. That's just my opinion. But yeah, get them all. Spike Lee, again, that was like, man, Malcolm X, shoot, man, that was one of the most brilliant most impactful movies that I watched as a kid that I still see vividly. Get your hand out my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of what's happening today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see that for real in the live movement we are in and living through right now. So yeah, I it's sad to see our people fall for what we all know is money and greed. So yeah, it's sad. As far as the down with Beyonce, mogul or not. That's just my 2 cents. But get the hell out of the paint. Lastly, I see all these people, or not. Lastly, let me say about the Kelly, or not Kelly Rowland, but about the Angela Reese and Shaq thing. As a dad, I definitely feel uncomfortable. I would be uncomfortable. My kid's 20. If he had said something like that to my kid, I definitely would have been like, what the, what is this 60-year-old man doing? So that's more of an opinion. I can tell, I can catch people's body language. I can tell when, if I said something out of pocket or something that made them feel uncomfortable, I'm going to retract and at least stop the comment, but he didn't. And I think that's the weird part about it to me. I mean, he should definitely, being in the spotlight like he has been, he should definitely have a needle, a bearing on how people are feeling, if people are uncomfortable, so I think he was just pushing his will on that woman, which happens too much when you get up there on that level. So, yeah, call him out. If you see something, say something when it has something to do with our people. And, yeah, I appreciate Newstoter and the amazing bunch for calling it out and calling it how we see it. I'll drop the mic right there. And again, thank you for letting me speak, Newstoter.
All right, thank you, that Negro. I'm not really calling it out. We're just discussing. Now we do have some of our people in here that are calling it out, but for the most part, I'm just discussing and just saying exactly. I read the article. I saw maybe a minute or so of the video. Didn't really see it long or whatever. So we're just actually having a discussion. But it's interesting to hear the men. A lot of men say it, and then you have some men say Shaq is a creep in the space. Some men say he did nothing wrong. And it's good to hear the women come up as well, too, and give their opinions about things as well, too. So, I'm just trying to get everybody to get up in that wants to say something about it. So shout out to that Negro. Go ahead, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and sign up for the membership to the Newstoter.com platform for as little as $1.75 a month to support the largest Black American-owned news curation platform. You can also support us on Cash App, $Newstoter. I see we have another speaker up here. I'm gonna get to you, Miss G, because you're a new one. Because I want to get to the new ones, but Badu, because I can't. Your first name kind of hard to pronounce. Is it Badu?
Yeah, BC. So you can just call me Parker, man. It's all.
Okay, Parker. Okay, Parker. What's going on, man?
Man, chill, man. First off, shouts out to you, man. I've been checking your page out for a while. Peace to the family. I know a lot of folks know me in here. I just wanted to give my quick little 2 cents in on the Beyonce Kamala fiasco. I ain't gonna lie, that whole thing was just a debacle. Yeah, you're right. It was a last ditch effort, and I mean, when I say last ditch, I mean that was the last ditch with the last shovel she had. Like it was that was the end of it. You feel me? Like, and then for her to come out there and you got what was it, the abortion doctors out there, and then a lady had seized out there. They just looking around like it was just a whole it was a bunch of malarkey. And then my thing is, I really don't even want to point on Beyonce because she really wasn't saying much. My thing was why did Kelly Rowland come out there dressed as Bumpy Johnston? That was beyond me to begin with. Like, this was insane, looking like she was about to bootleg some liquor with Ray and Claude. Like, I'm telling you, this was wild. And for them to try to dangle this in our faces, oh yeah, go ahead and laugh, because I had a good one. I laughed from a good, healthy place when I saw that. So yeah, I'm like, for them to try to dangle that in our faces, and then we crypto and therapy for Black men and housing for these Latinos, boy, stop playing with me. Like, they must think we don't know how to read and interpret things. Like, I'm glad that a lot of us are waking up out here. I'm glad that a lot of us are sticking together and we're learning and we're keeping things together, and we are not moving or budging until we get what we are deserved and what we are owed. So I really do. One thing I love being Black and being Black twice on Sundays, man, because this is one thing that definitely keeps me going and keeping the family going, man, because I see a lot of the truth is starting to become televised, even though they said the revolution won't. Oh no, it's starting to come out, and we trying to reverse what Dr. Claude Anderson said if we keep going this route. So keep going, keep fighting. Newstoter, shout out to you. Keep giving us that good information, brother. And I'm gonna land that thing right there.
Hey, Parker, where you from, cuz?
Hey man, I'm out here in Indiana, man, but I was raised in Georgia. I'm from Georgia. Man.
Okay, I caught that accent. I'll just ask.
Already.
All right, that's what's up. I'm in Florida, so I wasn't too far from where you come from as well, too. So shout out to you, Parker, man. I appreciate you coming up here speaking tonight. See, we got one of our sisters up in here. I see we got Miss G up in here. Miss G, what's going on tonight with you, sweetie?
Hey, everybody. What's good?
What's up, man?
I've been sitting here listening to everybody speak on this, and I'm like, I'm thinking Angela Reese is bringing the feminine side back to basketball for females. Most of and Shaq is probably just mad because his daughter's masculine looking on the basketball court and can't rock it off and get those endorsement deals like Angela Reese. No offense, but she's beautiful. I am so glad that she get on that court and she looks sexy going right on and off. She's 20 in her prime. If she was a white woman doing all of this, she would be glorified. And it's not like she's out there with her actual titties on display. And everybody, I think, they kind of hate on it. No offense to anybody that said anything opposite. In here, I feel like they kind of hate it because they probably check it out too. But that's just my thought. She's probably too young for that, for them to even deal with. But to me, I think Angela Reese is doing a damn thing. She earned every single thing. She's ridiculed Angel Reese has been doing her damn thing the whole time. She's been holding down the culture at that. She didn't get up and do no endorsements, I don't think. Y'all seen her doing any endorsements? No. And when people was trying to step to her, she's been holding it down. When people come at her talking about how she needs to dress, if you're going to get to her, get to the sexy reds first. Deal with them first. You can't talk about somebody who's being a good image to Black youth, and if you are going to rock it, do it be in a positive way. You got people out here ratchet, music getting marketed to everybody, but you want bash her. Literally, the running, you got, what's the chick, Kamala Harris, got Meg Thee Stallion on the stage trying to get votes for people, shaking booty. But they're going to go at Angela Reese, who's holding it down culturally. She knows how to dress it up and dress it down. But she's feminine. And that's the best thing that I'm getting from her. She's young and feminine. And nobody likes that shit in basketball. I mean, nobody's like that anymore in basketball. Look at a lot of these girls that play the actual, like, that's playing the sport. It's not. But she's forcing them to be feminine. She's forcing other Black girls to step out and be feminine. You can be feminine and play basketball. I know at my kids' school, when my daughter was playing, a lot of girls, they stopped wanting to be on the team because they didn't want to be all like with the boyish looking girls. So a lot of girls that was feminine kind of joined on the team. It makes a difference. And that's the biggest thing. And they need our girls to be looking up to the masculine looking women so that they'll try to be like that. So I'm just saying she's a beautiful, young, intelligent girl. Young lady. And I think people need to put some respect on her name. She's dealt with enough ridicule. Now, if she out there with her whole titties out and she's doing like porn or something, that's another level. But Shaq, out of everybody, he don't need to be talking about nobody. Wasn't he at a Diddy party? But I'm going to leave it at that. As for the Kamala and the Beyonce, I love Beyonce dearly, and it hurt my heart to see on that stage. But then I had to realize, you know what? They don't dictate. It's like, we got to remember their position out here. She didn't even move the needle with who was going to vote for Kamala Harris. She didn't move it because we all still feel the same. And everybody that was in there just thought that they was going to get a show from Beyonce. Let's keep it a buck. They thought she was going to get on the stage and perform. And she said some things, but they did not specifically, like if you look on their social medias, because I had to go on there, I'm like, Lord have mercy, what is going on? But she went on their social media pages, they said just get out and vote. They wasn't saying, hey, get out and vote for Kamala. So I think they had to do that because don't nobody else want to be named as one of the visitors to Diddy parties. Everybody, I think they're getting people using the whole Diddy experience. Say, hey, look, you want your name cleared? You might want to just endorse Kamala. We can make stuff go away. Because look at the first person they got was Meg, and then the other person they got was Usher. And all of them, especially Usher's name, keep coming up in that, but you haven't really heard a lot about Usher recently since he did his little endorsement of Kamala Harris. So we know that game too. And we know what they have against them in the industry. So whatever, they did what they had to do to get paid, and we're going to keep doing what we need to do in the grassroots to shut their asses down. It was absolutely wrong. They should have went with the culture because when Beyonce needed it for that Cowboy album, we had her back. So and that's just where I'll leave it at that.
Okay, real quick, Ms. G, because I got a comment, my man Nightfall, and he's talking about when you mentioned Sexy Red. This was his comment on YouTube. And Nightfall, he kind of hit the ball on the head. He says, sister, look up the past spaces and Newstoter's archive and listen to the men canceling the hell out of the Sexy Reds and the rest of the rats of her bunch. So you can't use that. So yeah, we've had spaces now. I'm just being honest. No. He was just saying that the men in here that they've gotten on the Sexy Reds and the other ones as well too. Angel, like I said, I think she's trying, like you say she's trying to sell her femininity. I think that she's trying to. I think personally, I believe that, she's trying to be a little bit of a sex symbol as well, too, because when you think about sex symbol of women, you really don't think about sexiness in the WNBA. I mean, to be honest, you
That's what I was saying.
you don't think about it, but at the same time, now there's a number of posts now, because I mean, I curate from Black Sports Online now, and there's a number of posts now where Angel, she's showing them cheeks. She's going to the basketball game. I'm talking about NBA game, and Cheeks is hanging out, and she got pictures with Cheeks is hanging out and stuff like that. So, if she wants to do her thing, hey, this is how most of the men, I think, feel like, hey, if you want to do your thing and you want to show your body or whatever, you're a young, hot sister, fine, go ahead and show your body. But at the same time, we as men know that men are going to say something, and people can't say, well, I don't know the relationship with her and Shaq. I know they say Shaq's supposed to be a mentor to her and almost like a father figure. So in that sense, people say, that was wrong that he said something. But at the same time, if you are going to be showing your body, and I see DJ just put the other basketball, Jada Thorpe, she thicker than the snick up there. Hey, you can't sit here and say, well, I'm 23 years old and a 38-year-old man, a 40-year-old man, they was looking at me and this and that, because they're gonna look at you. They're gonna look at you like you are a snack. Some of these men and stuff like that. We know the old expression growing up when the older men used to tell the young women, I drink your bath water and that kind of stuff. Hey, that's real. I mean that.
But Shaq should have said that to her personally. If that's her mentor, why didn't he just pull it to the side and say that?
Agreed. I don't know. I don't know why he did what he did. I can't speak for him. Yeah.
Like he was trying to embarrass her. That's what I'm saying. Or trying to say something for everybody to get support from everybody else. That's not for you. That's not your place. It's not his place, is what I'm saying. But and Newstoter, I know you guys, y'all hold it down. I'm glad y'all go at the sexy Reese of the world, because we do need that issue, because she's talking about unprotected sex, having girls getting set up for HIV and everything else, and babies out of wedlock without even knowing the fathers. Absolutely, smash her. But when it comes to like Angel Reese, this I keep saying Angel, but when it comes to Angel Reese, I think Shaq was wrong. If you're a mentor, you talk to her on the side, like any other mentor would do.
Real talk. I appreciate that. Thank you, Miss G. Let me go ahead and get to who was it? I believe it was EJ and Black Pressure. Matter of fact, you were up here earlier, so let me get to EJ, and then let me go, because EJ, I know you was having some issues. Let me get to EJ, and then I want to get back to Black Pressure as well too. Go ahead, EJ. Are you good to speak now?
Yeah, I'm better now. I got nursing in when you I hear me though. I got the headphone on here again.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, real quick.
Okay, let me put it back down on the suggestion before from the Shannon Sharp podcast real quick, because I had to try to inform y'all on that. So really, basically, like I said, he was basically giving her a bunch of softball questions. But the problem was when he was giving her those softball questions, he still threw me in like little how can I say it, like little slips of the tongue, where basically he was still admitting that she's not one of us, or he'd ask her a specific question and she wouldn't answer the question, but I always think, how she does, deflect back to she go and deflect back to the Donald Trump or Orange Man or whatever, something like that. And as much as I listen to that, that's why I made a comment I made earlier on my Twitter feed. I was like, as much as she talks about him, I know she's gonna hop off the nuts as she do, because I'm pretty sure she's my language. I don't know if that's too far what I said right there, but she's definitely seeming like she wants some of that when she loses this election. So with that being said, it's like if you watch it, expect to catch something that you wasn't expecting. Like, expect to hear, think of Shannon Sharp like in Roland Martin Pines. Expect everything to be shilly, but he's going to ask certain questions, and when it comes, like the way he's speaking to her, or he's trying to relate certain messages to her, he put it in a friendly way where she can digest it and she feel more comfortable speaking back to him. But at the same time, it's some things in there where like he kept calling her Indian or Indian American and Black African American. Like, no, she's Indian or whatever. He's just saying, you had an Indian mom, but she's black, like this, stuff like that. But it was one of the things where you definitely got to see how she identifies more with the Indian side than she does with the black side. Of course, she's not black at all anyway, so we'll get past it. Now, I want to jump on into the next topic real quick. The Kamala and Beyonce, right? Now Beyonce, let's go with Beyonce and Kelly. But Kelly, oh God, Kelly, my baby, you my dark skin love. I love you for all my life, but Lord, that suit you had on, baby, that ain't it. That ain't it. Look, I'm willing to burn my head for about 3 days, and you gotta pay for everything.
How much weed you smoke for that one?
Hey, look, I'll burn it all up my head. You just gotta, 3 days and pay for all of it, and we go. But that was a terrible suit. They had her looking just like a dude. The haircut was terrible. It's just like they did that on purpose. They like Hollywood. Say it again.
You gotta call a baby boy now. You know what I'm saying? Guns and butter. No?
All right. So the thing I'm noticing is that Hollywood has this weird thing with darker skinned women. Well, we all, literally everyone in this room knows that Kelly is the more attractive of the two. Like even in the suit, basically Kelly had Beyonce beat, but that suit, Jesus, no, that's not it. Beyonce, this is my thing with Beyonce, right? I can see her trying to cover her husband's ass, and I won't say that too loud, but we already know what's going on. Y'all had some funny dealings going on between you, your husband, and Diddy, and and let's not forget that she came out and endorsed Barack Obama twice. And then, if I'm not mistaken, did she come out for the Clinton woman too? So it's like you are burning your own legacy. You run out here doing what these Democrats tell you, but in that same breath, we know why you're doing it.
Hey EJ, let me go ahead and get to some other speakers as well too, and I'll come back to you as well too. But let me go ahead and because we got a few hands up, so let me go ahead because the space ain't gonna be going open too much longer. We're gonna be closing this thing out soon, so let me go ahead and get to some of the other hands. And like I said, guys, we're gonna be closing. Matter of fact, we're not gonna bring up any new speakers because we'll be closing this thing out shortly. So let me go ahead and get Black Pressure because Pressure, I know you was up here before, so let me go ahead and get to you. So go ahead and unmute your mic, Pressure.
Yeah, I apologize. My son called. I got a phone call, so I had to drop out. But so look, check this out. I'm trying really hard. And I'm a good guy. I'm trying not to pop my lightsaber. I had my hand on it. I took my hand off. I'm really trying not to pop my lightsaber in the space tonight. I'm not gonna do it. Check this out. If you listen to the two female speakers, they spoke, right? If you listen to two of the scenarios, I think both of them brought up the same scenario. They brought up porn. Look at the two. When you go to the most extreme examples you can make to try to justify someone's whorish behavior, that really doesn't reflect well on you. Number one, a porn person, I don't even use porn star because there's no star quality in porn, so I don't even use that phrase. A person who performs in pornography gets respect from no one. They're literally pariahs. They're sluts. They're whores. It's a subculture. These people, they're like underground animals. They can't even come above ground and mingle with the human beings. You can't even use the most extreme scenarios to try to justify Angel Reese. Number one, Angel Reese, let's be honest, no one has watched the WNBA in 25 years since the Comets were winning all those back-to-back championships. These girls play in cardboard boxes. If you put a gun on my head right now and said, tell you anything about the WNBA, you blow my brains out. It's not entertaining to me. Is Angel Reese talented? Absolutely. She's a awesomely talented young lady. She's very talented. But News, I'm gonna pick on you, all right? Because it's me and you, it's two black men talking, right? When you see how Angel Reese sexualizes herself, right? You can see, like you even brought it up, she has pictures with her whole ass hanging out. You could see it, right? Is that it? I know any black man in the room can answer this. When you see that imagery, and like I say, the way she sexualizes herself, right? Would you say, man, that's how I want my daughter to be? I'd be proud of my daughter if somebody could look her up online and see my daughter's whole ass. That's what I want every black child or every black child to be like. I want every black woman to do the same thing Angel Reese is doing and make her behind available for all the male public to consume. And people keep saying Shaq is a weirdo, That's fine. You have the right to feel like you want, but I'm going to say this again. What is Angel Reese? What is a woman who sexualizes herself to the point to where, like I say, my grandmother can put her name online and see her whole behind hanging out? What do you call a woman like that? You don't have to answer out loud. You can answer to yourself. If you listen to the two female speakers, you know what you got. Black men shouldn't say anything, and Angel Reese didn't do anything wrong, and News closed his face. And I'll mute up and listen.
All right.
Good night, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
Now, Pressure, I got to go ahead now and let Rella say something as well, too, because I see Rella's up here, so.
I didn't even pop my light. I won't pop my lightsaber because it's real, so I won't pop.
To the left, Pressure.
So I gotta let Rella say something because I know Rella wants to say something. So, like I said, we're not gonna keep the space by 10 o'clock. We're gonna be shutting this thing down anyways. Do the 2-hour space. We will be back tomorrow, trying to get back in the hang of hitting 3-4 spaces a week, guys. So we will be back tomorrow. I see we got Rella up here, so I want to hear what Rella's saying. Like I say, guys, I'm still looking for a subscriber. I ain't got a subscriber yet. We had at one time 80, 90 people up in here. I ain't got one subscriber to the platform, so that's going to be the mantra every night. You're going to hear that till we start getting them subscribers coming in. We got the people that come up in the spaces, so we're trying to get the people to actually go ahead and subscribe to the platform. That way you ain't got to worry about donating on Cash App, and you can do it for as little as $1.75 a month. But for those that can't, we still going to hit you with the Cash App too. We need that support. Black American-owned independent media, we need that support. So for those that's not going to sign up tonight, we do need you to hit that Cash App. The PayPal or Venmo is all up in the Jumbotron. Same from the people over there on YouTube. Before this space goes out, I'm going to hit it again. We got the customer link on the actual screen, and we got the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, all that in the description. We need that support. Can we get at least a couple people in here before the space and at least donate $1 to the platform as well? Miss Rella, I know you want to go ahead and say something, so I'm gonna unmute my mic and let you speak. You got it.
Thank you, Newstoter. And I really wish men would stop making assumptions in regards to responses. It's not a conversation about men not saying anything. As a matter of fact, that was my submission. Men are going to talk regardless. Women are going to talk regardless. So it has nothing to do with whether or not you agree with how she dresses. The mere fact to me, I would not compare her to a sexy red. And I think Miss G and New Negro definitely was in the same limelight. And even to some of the points that Brother Muko made, you're not looking at your daughter. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're looking at a grown woman, someone else's child that's out in the world who eventually will be with someone else. Someone else. And this is my unbiased opinion. It's not wrong for a black woman to be sexy. It is not wrong for a black woman to want to dress in an attractive way, and that catches a man's eye. As a matter of fact, that's how babies are made. That's how relationships are sparked. Because if that's not your type, then that's not the type of person that you're going to be watching or you're going to go for or you're going to be critiquing. You'll probably just be in your Ben Gay bag talking about some, oh, she's, a slut, a hoe, or whatever, just like what we heard tonight. However, no one's met her in person. No one knows that that's how she dresses all the time. And to the conversation of the interview, that had nothing to do with the comment he made. The shorts comment he made, like I said, out of the blue. It was like off topic. And then because I didn't get to really address the Kamala and Beyonce thing, we really have a wishful thinking, I think, sometimes. And I'm gonna disagree with you here, Denegro. You're not going to be able to boycott Beyonce because a lot of her fans overseas, like, she's a world-renowned artist. I think us being loud and consistent with the fact that what she said was honorable, but the fact that she said it on the platform with the Democrats, to me, is what struck me, because it wasn't that it was bad. It was the mere fact that it was selectively pushing and grooming people to keep wanting to vote for a platform or a party versus actually speaking to the fact that we have not gotten legislation. So to me, I'm not going to be upset at people doing exactly what they've always done. And I do agree with Ms. G. The same usual suspects showed up at that rally because there is something to be had to be in proximity with people that will possibly win the election that could help you if you get caught up like Diddy, right? So I think there is something to that. So that's that. And I really believe that we're going to have to chart our own course. You already know that I am about independence, our independence from the duopoly. So I'm not going to sit here and harbor on whether or not who showed up at the Democratic convention or who showed up at the Republican convention or any of these rallies, because once they are done with using black faces, they go to their immediate people that get all of the resources and benefits. Hold on. Somebody come at my door at 10 o'clock.
Probably your man coming over there. See if you got somebody over there in the house.
There you go. Yeah.
Got a little creeping.
Yeah. By the way, y'all, just for the context, Shaq was communicating with her about how to market herself. So she did ask that question. That's what this was about. So he told her to cash out on the booty.
It was not my
cash out on the booty short.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you heard that little part?
It was DJ 42.
It was my neighbor. Let me know I left my keys in the door. So I was bringing my groceries in. But I'm just saying,
right.
Like, that's that whole, to me, that's what it is. And I do think that if you are talking to a young lady, and I agree again with Ms. G, Shaq's supposed to be her mentor, and yes, he's grown and she's grown, but that looks weird. How are you her mentor?
She asked him for advice, bro. She asked him for advice, and that's what he gave her. He said, cash out on the booty. Now, you heard him say it. Now, come on now. He said, cash out on the booty shorts. You heard that man say that, bro.
All I'm saying is, I ain't never, none of my basketball mentors.
Don't change the topic now. Don't change the topic.
All I'm saying is, they maybe probably wanted to say something like that, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, men gonna do what they gonna do. And at the end of the day, if your 70-year-old daddy looking at you weird or you're 70.
He ain't 70. He ain't 70 and he ain't her daddy, but go ahead. Shaq is in his 50s. Yeah. And he's not he's not her papa either. So let's just be
Listen, do what you do. At the end of the day, he gonna always be weird to me. And that's my opinion. Because that's what we all got videos for, sorry. But it's gonna be what it is. And I don't think nothing wrong with it. If a man is sexy, a man is sexy. If a woman is sexy, a woman is sexy. Then going to the extreme, using the porno analogy was to say, literally, it don't matter what a woman looks like or wears. There's always going to have to be somebody that has a comment about what you look like, whether or not they agree with it or not. That's not going to change the circumstance. You still going to do what you're going to do. And I got titties, so all I know is don't catch me up. Don't catch me out somewhere and you be mad because my stuff out. Because I do what I do. I'm grown.
And don't be mad. Hey, don't be mad if somebody, one of us see and comment on it like, hey, damn, brother. I mean, hey, that's what men gonna do too. So.
Hey, you know what? I don't think nobody would. I don't think nobody want Andrew. She broke, man. She can't afford rent. I don't want to mess with no chick like. In fact, I'm crossing off my list right now because if I met her, I'm gonna have to help her pay her rent. I don't want to mess with no broke chick. That's just what it is.
Hey, bro, if I see you out now, I say, Russell, how you twerk?
Now, if I'm your mentor on the DJ tables, you're going to have to learn these records, bro. Let's shake that ass girls from over to the house. Be down with a bad dookie booty.
Let me get the brother Moku real quick. EJ, I'm gonna give you a minute up here because you just spoke. We're gonna get ready to close this thing out because, like I said, we will be back tomorrow night as well too. So Moku real quick, then EJ real quick. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to close it out. Go ahead, Moku.
Yeah, I heard everything everybody said. Just on the real tip, we just gotta stop making excuses for degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, on no time on this planet is it cool to have your hind parts out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't cool when Prince did it, and it ain't cool when no female does it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we really have to be honest. Shout out to Dr. No. You know what I'm saying? With the victims of racism, white supremacy has to really start being honest. You know what I'm saying? There's no way on God's green earth. Look, I'm 40. I got a daughter her age. You know what I'm saying? My oldest daughter would be her age had she lived, probably be older than her. You know what I'm saying? And when I see a child that age, it don't matter if she's mine or not. Not gonna be having sex or performing no sexual relations with no person that's my child's age. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time, we really have to start being honest with ourselves and just saying, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any of the pictures or anything, but if I was a mentor, the first thing I would say is, hold on, first of all, why are you displaying your hind parts to anybody except somebody that your significant other or something like that? I mean, when does sexy turn into degeneracy? You know what I'm saying? Like yo, it's cool to be sexy, but sexy wasn't never exposing your whole hind parts for men or women. It wasn't sexy when Prince did it, and it damn sure ain't sexy when a female does it. You know what I'm saying? On any aspect. And I mean, we shouldn't even, and I agree with Black person, we shouldn't have to extend all the way go to the extension of, men watch porn. Okay, well women watch niggas kill each other. Like, come on, we gotta start really putting stuff into context and really understanding that, look, it's a limit to every goddamn thing. Yeah, somebody might call me a sexy man, but I'm not walking out in public with my dangling out. You know what I'm saying? And I damn sure wouldn't want nobody to make an excuse for it. Like, well, he was just doing what he did. No, come on, man. No. Some things you just don't do. You know what I'm saying? And look, if you're all that sexy and all that talented, you shouldn't have to expose your hind parts to market your sexiness. Actually, all you're doing is marketing your behind. Sexy should be something more elaborate, more sophisticated than just exposing your skin. I mean, come on, they already collected dead black bodies and experimenting with us and all that, and then you're going to display it in a white supremacist entertainment magazine or wherever you do it. I mean, come on, man, we got to start really thinking. I'll land there.
All right, Moku, appreciate that. EJ, real quick, let me go ahead and let you give you about a minute or so. I know you just spoke, and then we'll get ready to wrap this thing up. But go ahead, EJ, give you about a minute or so.
Yeah, it won't take me long. I just want to comment on the Shaq and Angel Reese thing too as well. I had to stop before I got there. But real quick, let's just keep it real, right? Look, I think Angel Reese is a very pretty young lady, right? But let's just keep it one thing. Like real quick. I have goddaughters that's close to her age. I don't want my goddaughter coming up like that. I don't want to see her like that. Like, she's a very pretty young lady. And be feminine with it. That's fine. I love the femininity aspect coming back and say women's basketball, because a lot of these girls are a little bit bush out here. But you shouldn't just have to come out here and show your whole behind to be attractive. Now, with that being said, Shaq, you are no man that calls yourself her mentor. If you're gonna be her mentor, tell her go to put some some goddamn clothes on, because you her mentor. You're not supposed to be looking at her like that. Even though you are a man and you are gonna look at her like that, well, have some self-control. Stop thinking what you mean, because you done it enough already to be included. So stop thinking what you mean for a second. Tell that little young girl to put some clothes on and leave it at that. Because if you're gonna actually do something for her and look out for her, tell her that you go out here marketing your body. It's not gonna be the best move for you in the next sort of year. Not letting my plane there. That's it.
All right, appreciate that, EJ. Okay, I guess on that note, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end this space for the night. I don't know if DJ, you hosting a space tonight, or you not doing one tonight?
Yeah, we'll be on social watching lingerie football. There you go. Let's go. And booty basketball coming up right after that. You know what I mean?
All righty. So on that note, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll close out the space for the night. We will be back tomorrow night. Shout out to the speakers, listeners, everybody who shared the program, donated, everybody who interacts with the content on a daily basis. The two guys, appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and close this thing out, and we'll be back tomorrow night. So peace. Everybody be safe, and we'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Going live in 1 minute.